Have you ever met someone who's brilliant, successful, and yet acts wildly reckless with money? Or someone who seems plain ordinary but quietly dies a millionaire? It's not just luck. It's not just math. It's human behavior. The messy, surprising way people think about money. In this video, we'll turn 3 slices of Morgan Housel's The Psychology of Money into ideas you can use. We'll start with the big idea from the introduction. Money isn't only numbers, it's people. Then we'll unpack Chapter 1, No One's Crazy, where Housel explains why people who make different money choices aren't irrational. They just lived different lives. And finally, we'll dive into Chapter 2, Luck and Risk, the twin forces that make investing outcomes unpredictable and humbling. Pause. 0.8s. Let's start with a simple observation. Finance isn't physics. Physics has laws. Finance has people. People don't follow laws. They follow stories, memories, fears, and pride. Morgan Housel opens by pointing out something obvious that we forget. 2 people can live through the same event and come out with completely different views about money. One person's debt is another person's risk. One person's bargain is another's terrifying gamble. These differences are shaped by one thing above all: personal experience. That's why when you judge someone for a money choice that seems irrational, pause. Their life made that choice make sense to them. What looks crazy from your seat often makes perfect sense from theirs. Housel starts with people he's seen. The tech executive who carried stacks of $100 bills and flung $1,000 gold coins off a dock just for fun. It's wild, it's ridiculous, but it came from a combination of insecurity, ego, and money belief shaped by his life. Those public bursts of wealth, they didn't last. The introduction sets a theme you'll see again and again. The real challenge with money isn't learning more math. It's training your own behavior. Knowing what to do and actually doing it are different battles. Okay, now let's zoom into Chapter 1. No One's Crazy. This one changes how you judge other people's money moves. Imagine 2 people making opposite decisions about the same market. One buys aggressively, the other hoards cash. Are they both wrong? Housel's answer: no, they're not crazy. They're playing different games. Our money decisions are anchored to our unique life stories. That story is more persuasive than statistics or expert advice. Think of it like calibration. Each person's money meter is tuned by where they came from: family, culture, the economy they grew up in, and the random luck they experienced. Housel uses real people to show how strange this looks when you pull back. Consider Ronald Reed, a janitor who quietly amassed millions and left it to charity. Compare him to Richard Fusconi, a Harvard-trained finance executive who lost everything after taking big risks. Both are real and both teach one lesson. Success and failure don't always track intelligence or credentials. Behavior, patience, and humility matter a lot. People act in ways that reflect their history, not some universal standard. A family that lived through hyperinflation will see cash balances differently than one that never experienced it. A trader who made a fortune once may be overconfident. Someone who lost it all may be permanently risk-averse. Neither is inherently irrational. They're logical adaptations to different pasts. So what do you do with this? Start by asking, what game am I playing? Define your time horizon, your tolerance for stress, your goals, and your reason for saving or investing. When you write that mission down, you stop getting pulled into games other people are playing. That is the first weapon against poor financial mimicry. Housel points out how people idolize winners without seeing the whole story. You see Buffett's wins. Rarely do you hear about the mistakes he took to get there. When we copy winners without understanding the tail events that created those wins, we set ourselves up for disappointment. So, summary for Chapter 1. People's money decisions are rarely crazy. They're usually the product of personal histories. Don't be quick to judge. Try to understand the story. Ready for Chapter 2? It's one of the most humbling chapters, luck and risk. Here's a truth that both comforts and scares. Outcomes we admire are often driven by luck, and outcomes we fear are often driven by risk. You can be brilliant and unlucky. You can be average and wildly lucky. The trick is acknowledging both forces and building a life and plan that survives bad breaks and captures good ones. Housel tells a vivid contrast. Jesse Livermore, a legendary trader, made billions during the 1929 crash and lost most of it in other years. Sometimes his wins were spectacular, his losses tragic. Abraham Germansky, a developer, made a fortune in the 1920s and then went missing during the crash, possibly because the market wiped him out. Two fates in the same storm. Luck and risk stacked differently for each man. These stories illustrate something crucial. Success in finance is tail-driven. A few outsized events, the tails, produce most of the returns. Buffett himself said he made most of his money on a handful of investments. That means you can do a lot right and still not succeed if you miss those tails. It also means you can look brilliant for reasons you didn't fully control. Because luck and risk are so important, humility becomes a survival skill. Expect the unexpected. Don't assume that good years will always follow good years. Prepare for bad luck by avoiding ruin. Don't over-leverage. Don't put everything in one bet, and always preserve optionality. Housel says, survival is the core of long-run success. Practical rules to respect luck and risk. Don't confuse a good outcome with a perfect process. Build margins for error, savings, and low leverage. Be skeptical of big claims that leave no room for randomness. If you win big, remember how much of it might be luck. Don't assume you were solely clever. The investor's job is not to be right all the time. It's to survive, to compound returns over long periods, and to be positioned to benefit from the rare, massive positive tails. That means patience, broad diversification, and a stable temperament. The math of compounding only works if you keep playing. If you go bankrupt, compounding stops. So respect risk first. Here are the core lessons from the introduction, Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. People aren't crazy. Their money choices reflect different life stories and experiences. Try to understand the story before you judge. Behavior matters more than intelligence. The soft skills of patience, humility, and consistency often beat cleverness. Luck and risk shape outcomes. Rare events, tails, drive a lot of results. Always plan for them. Survival is the point. Avoid ruin, build margins for error, and preserve your ability to compound. Write your game, decide your personal goals, time horizon, and stress limits. Then ignore games other people are playing. Which of these ideas hit you the hardest? Is your saving and investing shaped more by fear or by stories you picked up as a kid? Drop a comment below. I'll read them and reply. If you found this breakdown useful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for the rest of the book. In the next episode, we'll tackle Chapter 3, Never Enough, and Chapter 4, Confounding Compounding, 2 chapters that will make you rethink what wealth actually looks like and how tiny things can explode into massive wealth over time.